Alright, so that's NHL 07, some great hockey and PC with Alex Ovechkin on the cover. And we're about to play the final game in the tournament. Russia, this is Czech Republic. I play on difficult. We have 10 wins so far, and Czech Republic have 7 wins and 3 losses. Let's go to playoff 3. We have here, so Czech Republic, they won over Finland in semi-final. We had a victory over Ukraine 9-5, and Ukraine won Canada 5-4. How is that possible? By the way, Canada finished second and Ukraine finished third. Come on, and USA finished the last one. So we beat the USA first, 3-0. Then Switzerland for the 3, I think, in overtime, and Ukraine. This is a final. So let's go to team standings. We got 20 points. See that? I don't get it why Canada played 9 games. Well, anyway, we finished first, and maybe some players pass whole tournament. So far, Pavel Datsuk has 17 points, 5 goals, 12 assists. Alex Ovechkin 13 points, 8 goals, 5 assists. Ilya Kovalchuk 5 goals, 7 assists. Scott Niedermayer 11 points. Ruslan Fedotenko 7 goals. Kalinin 4 goals, 6 assists. Let's switch to Russia and see my boys. So our leader is Datsuk. By the way, he made 4 goals in a semi-final game. This is Ukraine. Ovechkin 13 points. Kovalchuk 10 points. Kalinin, Afinaginov 9 points. Gonchar 8. Markov 8. Kovalev 7. Fedorov just 5 points, 1 goal, 4 assists. Yashin 5, Zubros 4 goals, Vishnevsky 3 points, Zhitnik, Frolov 2 points, Kasparidis even scored, Samsonov 1 point, Zhamnov just 1 goal. Danny Markov didn't play, so Kolyuk without any points. Maybe let's try to switch him. Let's go to edit lines. Zubrus, by the way, is sick. I'm gonna replace him for Larry Bure. Let's dress him up. And Zubrus, scratch him. And Kolyuk, but they have a good chemistry. Penalty kill downfield. So Bure right here. Alright. Well, anyway, Bure gonna start, and I'm playing on the keyboard. By the way, I'm interested in the Czech Republic stats. So they have Vini Prospol, their leader, 10 points. Yager, of course, 8 points. Kabele, 8 points. Hemsky, 8 points. Eliash, 8 points. Kabele, 6 points. Kubina, Zhidlitsky, Kotelik, Kruczynski, Gavlet, Straka, Chayenek, Irat, Viborny, Hayduk, Lang, Schleger, Merrick Malik, Hammerlik, Vasicek, Sikora, Fischer. Well, anyway, let's head to the final.
We're here in Moscow, Russia. One team will take away the glory tonight. I'm Jim Houston along with Craig Simpson for the EA Sports World Tournament final game between Russia and the Czech Republic.
This is a hard-working team, all right, but they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
You're right about that. They're facing one of the most dangerous teams in the league.
And they'll need to keep the puck out of their own end if they're going to be successful.
to drop the puck for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Datsuk. Here's Pavel Kubina. Shoots the puck from the point. Czech Republic takes control. He gets laid out. Here's Maxifinaganov. He passes it up ice to Datsuk. Now passed over to Vishnevsky. Shoots it! That's blocked and didn't get through. Czechmanic with a stick save. The puck is about to be dropped. Ovechkin's won the draw. Shoots the puck from the point. Taken by Russia. One-timed it. He scores! Alexander Ovechkin.
His shots are so much more accurate, and he's a master. He just sits back and waits for the goalie to commit.
Russia knows that it's never too early to get ahead.
And what a great start they've made. Connecting on a quick goal will always give your confidence a boost.
Shoots quickly. Missed the mark by a long shot. Offside against Russia. Czechmanic saw that one all the way.
That shot never had a chance.
We're ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Elias. Here's Patrick Elias, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. To Kovalchuk. The ref indicates a delayed call. Caberlet gets called for interference.
Now that's something you just hate to see, because of the way it stops players from showcasing their skills.
And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Russia will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
Got great skill on that first unit. It's corralled by Gonchar. He passes the puck to Kalina. One-time shot. Crossful. Here's Sergei Gonchar. To Elias. Into the corner he goes. Cuts in front. Shoots. Grabbed by Kalinin. Takes the shot. Saved by Czechmanic. To Dmitry Kalinin. Saved by Czechmanic. Into the corner to Fedorov. One-timed it. Turned aside by Czechmanic. Cleared out by Hammerling. Russia is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Here's Maxifinaganov. He's a +1 in this game. One-time shot from beside the net. He scores! Alex Kovalev.
Everyone knew the big slap shot was coming. But when it's taken with that kind of force and accuracy, hey, there's not much that can be done to stop that one.
The benefit of an early lead is the breathing room it gives you.
Well, with 2 goals and lots of time, don't have to take any chances.
Sizzles one. Hostful with the puck.
By number 61, Maxim Afinogenov, and by number 32.
Here's Vinny Prospol. He passes it to Yager, and he moves it out. Quick shot, he scores! Patrick Elias.
Patrick Elias is one of the most explosive players on the planet. When he gets going, he's incredibly tough to stop. And that's why his goal totals have been up there since his 3rd season in the league.
The faceoff goes to Team Russia.
Scored by number 62, Patrick Elias, assisted by number 68, Jaromir Jagr, and by
Here's
number
Valeri Burak. Shoots the puck from the right. Here's Alexei Yashin. Another stop.
And he had to make that save, Jim. Down by 2 late in the first would have been a tough one to swallow.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Russia. scores! And there's a big 2-goal lead late in the first.
Jim, there's no way the goalie even saw that puck. He teed it up and let it rip.
Late in the first, and they're up by a pair.
That goal gives them a little cushion, Jim. Don't have to panic over every little mistake.
Here's Alex Kovala, a huge shot. He misses, but corralled by Postol. Here's Patrick Elias, who's got a goal in this game. Fires it from the slot, just wide of the goal. To Jaromir Jagr, to Patrick Elias. He scores to cut the lead to 1 late in the first.
Elias can contribute offensively in so many different ways. He's got speed to burn, can play in traffic, and has a hard, accurate shot. That adds up to a pretty complete player.
Russia still holding on to a 1-goal lead, but they can't like what they saw in the last play.
This game still has a long way to go, and it's time for the defense to step up.
Assisted by number 19.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first.
And by number 68.
Rifles it from the slot. Taken by Russia.
In the first period.
He coughs up the puck. Here's Patrick Elias. Despite his team's performance, he's been all right. And that'll wrap up the period with a score of 3-2 as we head to the break. And it's a 3-2 game as the second period begins. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Team Russia. Here's Alex Kovala, a big part of his team's great game tonight. Front of the net. Over to Datsuk. Now it's passed ahead to Ovechkin.
One-time shot, and he had to be quick there to keep his team from falling behind by 2.
That stop, Lang. Thunders hit into the board. Quick shot, steered aside by Nick Habibulin. Nice little move by Ovechkin. To Alexei Kovalev. That's offside. This goaltender's really effective with the puck.
And Jim, that really helps out his defense when the puck gets dumped in. He's like having a third defenseman back there.
Elias won the draw. Oh, he's nailed along the boards, and that hurt. Shoots the puck. Russia finds it. Another stop to Jaromir Jagr, and he moves it to center. One-timer. He misses. Here's Korolyuk. He passes it to Zhamnov. To Alexei Zhitnik. One-timer! Blocked over center.
How about that deep? He really hung him out to dry.
They gain the blue line on the attack. Shoots the puck from deep in the slot. They score to take a 2-goal lead midway through the second.
Alexei Zhamnov is a prototypical center. His first priority is to get those around him the puck. But if he sees an opening, he's more than capable of finishing a playoff himself.
Midway through the second, now up by 2.
They're definitely in control now.
The faceoff goes to Czech Republic.
By number 23.
There's a quick shot, saved by Habibulin. Here's Pavel Datsuk. Here's Alex Kovala, who has a pair of goals in this game.
By number 45.
Heavy shot on net. Here's Kovalik. Havlat. Taken out. Taken by Kovalek. One-time shot. To Kovalik. He gets stapled. Possession is taken by the Russians. Fires it. Hit the man in front of the net. Here's Pavel Datsuk. Out comes Ilya Kovalchuk. Here's Alexander Ovechkin, who's got this game off to a good start with the first goal. Shoots it! Saved by Czechman. Down into the corner. Over to Gonchar. One-time shot. It's taken by Yashin. He turned the puck over. Up through center. Vinny Prospol. Good shot! Here's Jaromir Jagr. Khabibulin stones him cold. Delang shoots the puck from the wing. Delang, another quick shot. That's blocked by the defender. Here's Sergei Gonchar. Right in front. Czechmanek denies him to Kasparaitis. Now passed over to Slager. To Erat. He shoots! Puck jumped on by Erat. Turned away by Khabibulin to Afinoganov. And he carries the puck into the zone. To Chayanik. Into the slot. And that wraps up the second period with the score 4-2 as we head to the intermission. We've got a 4-2 game at the start of the third period. About to drop the puck. The Czechs win another draw. Delayed call. He gets called for hooking.
This is what bothers the players. In another situation, that doesn't get called, but here it does.
Consistency is the key word here.
Exactly.
You can see the coach isn't crazy about that call at all, so he's going to have a word with the official. Czech Republic is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
That's blocked. Pass up to Fedorov. He'll try the wraparound. Saved by Czechmanek. In front. Markov. Now it's passed to Datsyuk. Fired hard from the point. Zidlicki grabs the puck. He passes the puck to Havlat. Shot the puck from deep in the slot.
Offside, offside! Good!
Here's Thomas Keberle. Here's Jaromir Jagr. With a really profusion quick shot. Khabibulin slams the door shut. To Pavel Datsyuk. He shoots! He scores!
Pavel Datsyuk has something that you can't teach players, and that's how to finish plays off. When he gets around the net, he sure knows what to do with the puck.
The faceoff goes to Team Russia. Here's Alexei Zhitin. Up shot! Czechmanek made the save. Zidlicki takes possession of the puck. Kovalchuk has seen his penalty expire. He scores! That's a hat trick.
Patrick Elias is one of the most explosive players on the planet. When he gets going, he's incredibly tough to stop. And that's why his goal totals have been up there since his third season in the league.
Russia wins yet another faceoff. Here's Alex Kovalev, a huge reason why his team is on top. Shoots the puck from the right. Here's Robert Lang. Here's Patrick Elias, who brought the Hats out of the stands with 3 goals so far. He scores, and it's a huge lead in the middle of the third.
When he gets around the net, it's like a shark to blood in water. He can smell the opportunity to attack.
Russia has the insurance they were looking for.
Yeah, they've really played an outstanding game tonight, and the scoreboard is reflecting that.
Shoots the puck. He goes wide. Offside. He moved fast to make that save.
Wrist shots are slower than a slap shot, but they're far more accurate.
He turned the puck over. Khabibulin makes the save. Another stop. Grabbed by the Czech. He scores! Middle of the third. They're within a couple.
Wrist shots are so much more accurate, and he's a master. He just sits back and waits for the goalie to commit.
faceoff goes to Team Czech Republic. Taken out. Here's Thomas Kamerlin. Here's Jaromir Jagr. His hands dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. Here's Vinny Prospel. Here's Jaromir Jagr. What a witty performance he's put on. Shoots the puck. Czechmanek made the save. Ovechkin will get the gate for tripping.
He's not happy about getting that minor, but he's going to the box anyway.
Czech Republic will get a second chance on the power play here. The faceoff goes to Russia.
Alexander Ovechkin, 2 minutes.
Quick shot on target. He scores!
This guy will tell you there's few better feelings than scoring a shorthanded goal. It sets a major boost to your team.
Russia wins yet another faceoff.
Shorthanded by number 45.
Snaps the shot. Here's Kotelik.
And by number 71.
He passes it to Heaton. Turned over. To Kotelik. One-timer. He goes wide. Corralled by Kalinin. He passes the puck to Burek. He scores! And it's a huge lead late in the game.
Short-handed goals can be backbreakers. Teams just don't expect to give up goals when they have the man advantage.
If they scripted this game beforehand, it wouldn't have looked this good.
Hey, they absolutely embarrassed their opponent tonight.
Shorthanded by number 18, Valerie Burek.
To have left.
By number 71, Ilya Kovalchuk.
He intercepts the pass. Now he passes it to Datsuk.
How did he pull that off?
And it's passed to Fedorov. Now it's passed to Hazard. He gains the blue line on the attack. Down to the final 2 minutes of this third period. To Pavel Datsuk. Ovechkin. He scores! And now he's got a pair.
Datsuk's a very creative center who's adept as a playmaker or a goal scorer. He's very patient with the puck, and that keeps defenses guessing right up until the point where it's too late.
The puck is about to be dropped. To Kovalev. To Ovechkin. The shot from the point.
By number 77.
2 goals is a solid outing for anyone in this league.
Well, what's more impressive is how he's converting. He hasn't put a lot of rubber on net, but he scored twice. That's great finish.
Another face-off win for Russia. Under a minute to go in the third. To Ovechkin. One-timed it. It's blocked. To Robert Lang. To Elias. To Afinaganov. Delayed penalty coming up. Shoots the puck. Czechmanek. Blocker save. Another shot. That's blocked and didn't get through. Lang gets called for hooking.
Now, is that a penalty, or is it just part of the game? I think sometimes you have to let the players play.
Russia will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. One-timed it! Blocked in front of the net.
2 minutes for obstruction hooking.
Nabokov out of the goal to play the puck. To Ovechkin. Now it's passed to Kovalchuk. Into the last 10 seconds of the third. Kalinin takes control of the puck. Time's run out. It's over.